Hello everyone, we're from PBL AN-411 with the title as a Game 3D Renewable Energy. We're gonna present to you about our final project or final assessment. Of course, I don't do all this alone. I have my friend that helped me to make the project. My name is S.Tr and my friend Ahmad Dasuki Adianto, Muhammad Astufadillah, Rana Nadia Adam, Kanita Salma, with our client, Leonie Lumumbo S.ST M.IDES, and our project manager, Gerson Julifer Farulian Tambun. Next, my friend Dasuki will explain to you uh, what is the project idea.
The next one for us is project idea, where we separate our workflow into three steps, which is explore, execute, and exhibit. Explore. This is where we start everything from the first step of our movement. We decide and we find any instrument, any ideas that can we choose and we use to move to realize our idea into an object, a 3D model, as in our case, which is next we're gonna execute as a product. In execute, we concept the first idea, the brainstorming phase that we have earlier into a real thing from the void into some creature that life. We make that as a building, as a city, a whole city where life starts. We start by concepting what kind of building that we want to put into our city. Start from the power plant, the industrial uh area, the school. Of course we need some mall in there. We got some banks, and of course we want the city to have certain type of village above house. Yeah. Maybe we got some apartment, we got some basic house, some clusters and such thing. Then we exhibit, which is we gonna do right now to showcase our project that already finalized by us. This is the process where we serving and presenting what have we done for this whole semester. Our project idea, of course, to create 3D assets for a city building simulator, which is also a low poly, cartoonist, and a colorful visual. Of course, the main focus for this PBL is the renewable energy things, which is what we highlight on the city. We got six, which is uh, air, wind, solar, gas, and nuclear, and etc. Where players can build and manage a sustainable city using eco-friendly solutions. So through this concept, of course, yeah, we aim to combine the engaging visual, which is cartoonish, which is low poly, which is kind of fun, bright, and enjoyable for the kids, and mostly all of the people, yeah. We combine that visual with a meaningful gameplay where we want to teach, we want to educate, to introduce environmental awareness in such a fun way. That's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, the next one is mood board. We use mood board as a reference to build our building and environment. So before we are making the building or the model, we usually gather the reference from the internet. We do the research, we gather the picture and stuff. After that, we can discuss how we want to make it, how we want to build the environment, the building, and etc. So after that, we have the visualism to make our game, how our game want to look like in the future. So after we are getting the idea, we search for the article and stuff. Now we make the model in the next step.
Now, I'd like to explain the world building of our game. We decided to use a low poly style because it's simple, efficient, and still looks attractive. It also helped us to keep the game lightweight while maintaining a good visual quality. As you can see here, our city is divided into several areas. We have residential areas, office buildings, industrial zones, roads, power plants, and also green spaces. We included these elements to make the city feel more complete and more realistic. When we designing the environment, we also wanted players to easily recognize each area. So that's why we arrange the building and roads in a clear and organized way so the city is easy to explore. Besides that, we added a day and night cycle. During the day, the city feels bright and full of activity, while at night, the lights from the buildings and street create a different mood and make the environment feel more alive. So overall of our goal was to create a city that's simple, comfortable to explore, and enjoyable to look at throughout the game. That's all for the world building section.
Okay, for this slide, show our overall creative process, which consists of three main stage. There is explore, execute, and exhibit. And for each stage, plays an important role in turning our idea into a final presentation. For the first stage is explore. Before we started working, we didn't immediately jump into modeling, but we first discussed what kind of project we want to create and made sure everyone in our team had the same understanding of our goal. After that, we searched for references to help us to determine the visual style and the overall direction for the uh for the final looks for our assets. And finally, we divide the job desk based on each member's strength so the workflow will be more organized and efficient. And the second stage is execute. During this stage, we translated our idea into 3D assets. We started by creating concept, then modeled each asset in Blender. Throughout this process, we often review our work and made revision whenever we found a mistake or issues with our asset proportion, topology, visual consistency. In this process, help us to improve the quality of our final result. And the last one is exhibit. This stage, we start in this stage after the production process is completely complete. After the production was fully completed, we rendered all of our asset to produce the final visual. However, rendering wasn't the last steps. We still check every result from our rendered video carefully to uh to see there is something something wrong with our lighting material or etc. And if we found the mistake, we fix any small mistake before presenting our project. This final review ensured that our presentation looked polished and professional. For our project, which is a renewable energy sandbox city, this workflow helped us to organize the product from the beginning until the final presentation because there were many different assets to create that we have to create. Having a clear creative process allowed every team member to contribute efficiently while keeping the overall visual style consistent. That's all from me. In this slide, for the next slide will be explained by Satrio Aditya Christian.
This is our poster. I'm trying to make the poster look like it's 3D by using the perspective and the shadow to make the visual imagination. This is our trailer that you can see in our channel. Thank you for listening our presentation.